Okay, Metzler paradox. Metzler paradox means in an unusual case where a tariff lowers rather than rises in the relative price of the importable commodity to individuals in the nations. The income of or nation's scarce factor also falls and the Stoppler-Samuelson theorem no longer holds. In an unusual case where a tariff lowers rather than rise in the income of scarce factor. But Stoppler-Samuelson theorem says that tariff raises the income of nation's scarce factor, right? But this paradox, Metzler says that tariff lowers rather than raises the nation's scarce factor. That is the difference. Stoppler-Samuelson theorem says that tariff raises the income of nation's scarce factor, but Metzler's paradox says tariff lowers nation's scarce factor. In an unusual case where a tariff lowers rather than raises the relative price of importable commodity to individuals in the nation, the income of the nation's scarce factor also falls and Stoppler-Samuelson theorem no longer holds. This is the Metzler paradox. First we explain this graph. You can use for Stoppler-Samuelson theorem for this graph. Free trade from the figure. Free trade, first we explain the free trade situation. At free trade, nation to exchange 60x for 60y. Sorry, 60y for 60x. Here we consider the nation 2. Okay. Under free trade situation, nation to exchange 60y for 60x. 60y കൊടുത്തിട്ട് 60x ആണ് exchange ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So price ratio will be px by py will be equal to 1. px by py equal to 1. The nation imposes the ad valorem tariff on its export, not import. Nation 2 is a capital abundant country, specialization in the production of commodity Y. That nation imposes a tariff on its export. That is exportable commodity is nation 2's exportable commodity is commodity Y. So nation 2 imposes ad valorem tariff on its export or on commodity Y. So export of price will increase. Is it? Export price will increase. Nation 2 is a capital abundant country specialized in the production of commodity Y and exporting the commodity Y. The nation 2 imposes, the government of nation 2 imposes the ad valorem tariff on commodity Y. So the export price of Y will increase. Then what will happen? The price ratio px by py, it will reduce. Then px by p export price will increase. Okay, that means py will increase. Then px by py, denominator is increasing, numerator is declining. Sorry, denominator is increasing. We can assume there is no change in the numerator. Automatically the ratio will decline. Then px by py will equal to 0.8 for the nation as a whole, not for the individual. For a nation as a whole, px by py ratio declines from 1 to 0.8. 1 is a free trade situation. After imposing tariff, px by py declined to 0.8. for the nation. But in case of individuals also have to pay the export taxes or export tariff. So in case of individuals, this price ratio will increases to 1.1. Free trade situation means price ratio equal to 1. Px by Py equal to 1. That is Pw is equal to 1 here. Okay. After the imposition of export tariff, the price ratio of the nation as a whole is declined to 0.8. But price ratio of the individuals in that nation increased to 1.1 because of tariff. For the individual case, Px by Py equal to increase Py equal to 1.1. Labor and capital transferred to the production of X. Labor and capital transferred to the production of X. Because individual case Px by Py increases, so they are more started to concentrate on commodity X. Because commodity Y is their nation 2's exportable commodity. After the imposition of export tariff, individuals feels that the production of commodity X is better than commodity Y. So, labor and capital transferred from the production of Y to production of X. Then the productivity of labor increases because X commodity is a labor intensive commodity. The productivity of labor increases. Then income of labor will also increases. This is what Stopler-Samuelson theorem says. Up to this, Stopler-Samuelson theorem holds. Nation 2 imposes ad valorem tariff on its export. Then export price of commodity Y increases. Price of X, relative price of X falls. The nation as a whole price ratio will be equal to 0.8. But in case of individuals, the price ratio will be equal to 1.1 because of the imposition of tariff. And labor and capital transferred to the production of, from the production of Y to production of X. So productivity of labor increases because commodity X is a labor intensive commodity. Productivity of labor increases, income of the labor also increases. That means Stopler-Samuelson theorem is true up to this point. Okay. But in only in an unusual case, this is the explanation we already discussed. But in an unusual case, nation 1's offer curve bends backward and becomes negatively inclined or inelastic after a point. Only in an unusual case, nation 1's offer curve bends backward. Look the figure. Nation 1's offer curve bends backward and becomes negatively inclined or inelastic after a point. Px by Py fall for individuals in the nation 2. If it is the case, this is an unusual case. Nation's offer curve may bend backward, negatively inclined or inelastic after a point. In this case, Px by Py falls for individuals in the nation 2. Here the free equilibrium situation equal to PW equal to 1.25. This is a free trade equilibrium at point E. Free trade equilibrium is at point E where PW, price ratio Px by Py equal to 1.25. Then after the imposition of tariff, new equilibrium is at point E dash where price ratio is equal to 0.8. This is for nation as a whole. Okay. Free trade equilibrium price ratio equal to 1.25, that is at point E. After the imposition of the tariff, the equilibrium is at point E dash, that is P dash W equal to 0.8 for nation as a whole, not for in the individual case, nation as a whole. But individuals have to pay export tariff, almost 15 wide. Individuals have to pay export tariff. So price ratio Px by Py equal to 1.1 for the individuals in nation 2. This is an unusual case, not like the last diagram. Okay. Free trade equilibrium is 1.2 at point D, that is price ratio is 1.25. After the imposition of the tariff, new equilibrium is at point E dash where price ratio is equal to 0.8. But in case of individuals, after the imposition of the tariff, in case of the individuals, the price ratio will be equal to 1.1. That is Px by Py equal to 1.9. Since tariff reduces the price ratio in nation 2 from 1.25 to 1.1, Stopler-Samuelson theorem no longer holds. Since tariff reduces the price ratio in nation 2 from 1.25 to 1.1, 1.25 ൽ നിന്ന് 1.1 ആയിട്ടാണ് ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്തത്. Here, Stopler-Samuelson theorem no longer holds. Fall in the price ratio will reduce the production of commodity X and increase the production of commodity Y. Since Y is a capital intensive commodity, income of capital will increase. This is just opposite to Stopler-Samuelson theorem. The free trade equilibrium is 1.25. After the imposition of tariff, the price ratio is 0.8 for nation as a whole, but 1.1 for individuals in nation 2. Since tariff reduces in nation 2 from 1.25 to 1.1, Stopler-Samuelson theorem does not or no longer holds. When price ratio falls, there will be a reduction in the production of commodity X and increase in the production of commodity Y. Since Y is a capital intensive commodity, income of capital will increase. So just opposite to Stopler-Samuelson. It is an unusual case. This is what Metzler paradox. Thank you.